It is August 6th, and that means it is day 6 of RPGaDay 2018. We're now entering the second category. We've moved from the what's to the how's, and today's topic is how can players make the world seem more real? And this is another one of those broad opinion type questions where your miles may vary. I think it will depend greatly on what system you're using, the type of players you have at your table, and your particular GM's style. But the catch-all blanket answer that I have for this one is to just be engaged. Be engaged in a mechanical sense, in that you are doing more than just waiting for your turn. You are interacting with the environment, you're interacting with the NPCs, but also be engaged in that you are talking to your DM not just in game sessions. Like, talk to your DM about where you think the story's going, where you want your character to go, where your character's goals lie, story arcs for your character. Don't just be waiting until it is game time, turn on your game mode, play for 3 or 4 hours, turn off game mode, and go home. Work with your DM to create the story that you and your table want to have. You shouldn't just be waiting on the DM to provide the story to you on a platter, because it is a community world building kind of game. One of the things that you can really do to help that world building is make sure that you are treating your character more like a real person, not just a character sheet. Have contacts, have friends and family, stay in touch with people, interact with the NPCs and make friends, stay in contact with those friends even as you go on to other quests and stuff like that. One of the things that my main character always did that kind of caught the DM off guard was every time we'd get to a new town, after everyone had had their night in the tavern or whatever, I would write a letter back to both my parents and to the old quest giver that kind of started off our level 1 adventures. And it was a great way to have the DM insert things about the world that were happening, not just where the party was. Because I was getting news from basically across the continent from 2 different sources. So I had 2 different opinions on those events, as well as 2 different locations where I was getting news from. And that's one of the things that I really like doing in some of my games, is just talking to the NPCs about things that are happening, because too often folks get in that mindset of, we have arrived at the town, this is our quest in that town, let's do the quest, get our money, and then move on to the next quest point. And a lot of, even in pre-written modules, you can find a lot of side quests and other stuff just by talking to people. And so that's going to be my answer, is engage yourself with the objects and people within the world, but also engage yourself as a player with the DM and talk to them about where you want your character going, what your character's goals are, where you think the story is going, and the group of you together come up with a world and a story. Don't just wait on the DM to hand it to you.